Oh, Lordy. Well, I know what I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Was the baton given to Mark Thornton last night as far as the meet and greet goes?
You know, that's a good question. No. No. We have to do one more
Yeah.
because it's his turn. But I'll bring it up with Critter Hunter.
Okay.
See if he wants to pass. Critter Hunter did a great job.
He did a great job.
You know, he really put a lot of time and energy and effort into it. And that's not easy. It's a brand new restaurant, brand new place, brand new staff. And as usual, the food was slow, but that was totally understandable.
Yeah.
He said he counted almost 100 people.
Oh, really?
At one point in time.
Did you get the little, well, I don't know if I want to tell you this, maybe talking about something that I got that you didn't get. But
Okay.
somebody was telling me that somebody got a special croissant that had a filling inside.
I did not get that. How was it?
It was delicious, man. I thought that he had, well, anyway, I heard it was delicious.
No, actually, Critter Hunter pointed it out to me.
Oh.
And he said, you know, it's the bomb. And I said, well, it's not on my diet.
That is, right.
So.
Now, if I'd have known that, then there would have been an extra. If I could have had yours, you know, I would have gotten a waste that way.
And you got a gift in a bag.
I did.
So did I, but I don't know who it's from.
Really?
Yeah, because May got it. And I said, who gave it to you? She goes, I forgot his name.
But, yeah. Did you open it up?
Yeah, it was bed sheets.
Yeah,
And
nice.
so May uses bed sheets as a cover for the couch.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, the pillows
You
and
just have
stuff like
one
that.
set of bed sheets.
I think so.
Okay, I got two.
Well, normally. That's how it goes.
And a pillow.
Oh.
Go ahead. Speechless.
But did I tell you I used mine as a couch cover? Or May does?
Yeah,
And we used it last night.
I
in our
saw
video.
that. That was a good video, too.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Front to back. I watched
Yeah,
the
it
whole
started off really slow. And I
Yeah.
thought, well, okay. And then it just picked up speed overnight.
thing. No, refresh my memory what it was about.
Us moving.
Oh, you're moving. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Privacy and
Privacy, and then I tried to make it kind of a infomercial because I get a ton of guys asking me, how do I do this? How do I do that?
Yeah.
Can you help me?
Right. Yeah.
See, there's this misconception because we've done a lot, and we haven't done it recently for some reason, but they're always really popular.
Yeah.
If we tour an apartment or a house or something like that, we say it's $400 a month and this is where it's located.
Yeah.
May was on fire with that for a while, so she did it on her channel and we did it on my channel.
Yeah.
And it was always fun. Sometimes people would contact me and say, hey, I'm selling my house or I'm trying to rent my place. In fact, I had a guy come up to me the other day and thank me because about a year ago I did Gio's old place.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember we were supposed to do the same one together? The guy invited us both and
Yeah.
he couldn't make it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I bumped into him by accident. He's had triple bypass surgery and all kinds of stuff since then. And so he was bringing me up to speed, and he says, by the way, I just want to thank you again because the guy's still living there, and he's really happy, and I'm happy with him.
Oh,
so
good.
I thought, cool, you know, that's a win-win. And so I did the video sort of to explain why we're moving.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but I also really wanted to stress the importance of how important it is to have a good landlord and
For
how
sure.
that can make or
For
break
sure.
your experience there, you know?
I've been lucky.
Yeah. And I've been so blessed because
Yeah.
all the people I rented from have been cool.
Yeah.
Always got my security deposit back. There's been no fist
Right.
fight over that. We've had a couple of little, not misunderstandings, but I was kind of shocked by some of the things they wanted me to pay for that went wrong, and
Yeah.
other things that they took care of that I thought was more my responsibility.
Yeah.
So it all balances
Yeah.
out, and it comes down to nickels and
Yeah.
dimes anyway. So why
Yeah.
get worried about
Yeah,
it? You know?
yeah.
And then I wanted to make people aware that our place will be available in a month and a half.
that's-
But I also wanted to be totally clear that it's
Right.
very noisy.
Yep.
You know, I don't want any surprises
No.
or smoke and mirrors.
No,
or
you
anything.
made it clear.
Yeah, I don't want to. You know, we told our landlord we'll vlog it again, and because we don't want her to get economically damaged, but
Right.
we gave her a month and a half notice. And I got the sneaky suspicion this is going to be the first time that I won't get my security deposit back, just because I know that things are tight with her, and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where you just go through life and you say,
right,
you know,
right.
don't buy it if you can't afford to walk away from it. I've always said. And so I laughed because when May and I moved in there, she hadn't advertised it. It was just sitting there dormant for, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 months. And, and so when we rented it, we gave her 40,000 pesos. It was first and last.
Okay, right.
And it was, call it 20,000 per month.
Right.
And so the next day she drove up on a brand new Rusi scooter. And I said, well, baby May, there goes our last month's rent.
Yeah. I think in a bad way, kind of like senior Americans that want senior discounts here, you could bully and badger the managers until they give in to give you your senior. But come on,
I don't think we're entitled to it.
We're not. No, it's
I don't. I think it's for senior citizens. The word citizens. I'm not a citizen of this country.
It's a Filipino
I'm a visitor.
program.
You know, I'm a tourist. Technically. And so, just because I'm over the age of whatever their minimum age is to be a senior, I don't want 10% off. I mean, I would love 10% off anything, but I'm not going to ask for it.
Gloria has her card.
Yeah, but it's more hassle than it's worth sometimes. Because they got to fill out a book, and another book, and then a receipt, and staple it, and then make another receipt, and go through all this. You ever get behind one of those at Hypermart?
Well, that's what I was going to say. To get in a short senior line is not a shortcut. And also, the whole family's sitting over there waiting for Grandma to buy all their
stuff. Yeah.
So, that's probably a good tip right there, just because it's a senior
I've
line.
known guys to walk away from their carts. They've had a basket full, and it's taking so long that they just forget it. And they just walk away.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to think about that.
Yeah.
I guess if you just walk away, it's without making a scene. It's the people have to put the stuff back, but.
Well, you know, that's one of the things I'm so curious about Mexico. What are similarities and what are differences, you know? I know it's not going to be the same as the States, but it may be half States and half Philippines.
Now, where are you landing in? And what town?
You know, there's several things that have come up. Of course, the number one priority was being the kids, right? And so that was kind of thinking of Baja.
Okay.
Yeah. We lived in Ensenada for a year, and we liked it there. But, you know, I'm getting these offers that fellow, did I tell you about that?
No.
Oh, well, yeah, this is one fella, he said, hey, I heard of course, it always starts off this way, I heard you're moving to Mexico. It's either that or you're still here.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah, I got that on my video with you. I thought he was gone.
Yeah, I know, I get that. So, this one fellow said, he said, this may be a little bit farther than you want to. He said, I own a house here. Lake Chapala. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's a
I know nothing about Mexico.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Valencia.
Okay.
As far as, it's near the lake, it's higher up, it's very, very comfortable for expats. And there's a lot of expats there. It's a lake, and then around the lake, there's these little communities. And it's not far from Guadalajara, which is where I originally, when I was a kid, stayed. He said, well, I've got a house. He said, I'm a permanent resident here in Mexico, but he says, I want to get my permanent residency in Panama. So I'm going to move out. He said, but if you want, he said, I'll make you a deal about my house here.
Yeah.
He said, I can let you stay in it for half that, $350. if you want, he said, but I understand, you know, the situation with your kids and stuff, so just let me know.
How far away would that be from your kids?
Well, it would be an hour flight.
Oh, you'd have to fly.
Yeah.
It's that deep in.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I'd have to fly. Hour fly. Well, what would that be, here to Manila?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good haul.
So that was one situation. And then yesterday, or whenever it was, the meet and greet.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I heard you're moving to Mexico. Yeah. He said, I lived in Mazatlan for 20 years. What? Really?
Yeah.
Filipino life. He was the fellow at the table there.
Yeah.
And I said, man, well, okay, let's talk. He said, yeah, I think I could probably give you some good tips and stuff. And so I'd heard of Mazatlan, but I didn't really know. So what it is, it's there's Baja, you know, come down like this, and then there's a big mainland here. But the tip of Baja, get over, that's Mazatlan on the mainland.
I was in Mazatlan.
Oh,
I stayed at the El Cid. I'll never forget. I honeymooned there with my first wife, and that's where we went. We went to Mazatlan, and I have good memories from it. It was a lot of fun, but it was a zillion years ago. But we had a lot of fun down there. It was only 3 or 4 days.
yeah. But you know, you take a step, like make the decision to go, and then next thing you know, doors opening up.
Yeah. Now, what are you going to do for transportation?
I would prefer not to have own anything. Now, when we lived, I said that we had lived in Ensenada, but we'd also lived in a little, like if this all table was Mexico, right smack dab in the center, it was a little colonial place called San Miguel de Allende. It's an artist colony.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. And also they had I don't know if you've heard, in Spain they have this famous run with the bulls.
Yeah, of course. Ernest Hemingway.
Well, they had the similar thing in San Miguel de Allende, and I ran with the bulls.
You did?
Oh man, that's a story, but maybe another time. But yeah, I was dressed in white, had my little red handkerchief on, and I had a beard at that time too.
No kidding.
Yeah, I think I was like 56 or 57, something
Wow.
like that.
I never
Oh
did that.
man, that was a hoot.
Was that scary?
Well, it was scary, and I'll tell you, because here's another thing. People, I believe, that are going to be successful here in the Philippines and anywhere, they're researchers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I would agree with that.
I'm not a researcher. I
Yeah.
just like ready to jump, look.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. I had assumed it was a straight line. Bulls are here. The people are a little bit further down, and the bulls come, and you just run to the end. That's what I was thinking. No, it's several blocks, like a 4-block thing.
Now,
You can't-
can you bail out at any point
you
in
can.
time?
That's another thing. You cannot bail.
I would never do it.
I started off. I fell down.
Oh no. So you'd get
Like-
trampled by the people.
No. I was kind of behind.
Yeah.
They were out there. I was closer to the bulls actually. So when the bulls come in, I mean, they come jumping in. They come over a fence or something. So they're
Good
all
Lord.
jumping in. And I started out. I tripped. I fell down. I tried my best to try to keep that scar big, you know, but
Yeah.
it healed over anyway. You can hardly see it. and then they had barriers along, and I said, hey, you know what? This is maybe too much. I bit off more than I could chew. So I started to get up at the people that are lying there. No, correle. I mean, you got to run.
Yeah.
I'm saying, oh my gosh, they're not going to let me out, and they won't. Once the bulls get in there,
I had no clue.
oh man, and so, oh my gosh, and then,
What is it, a mile or something like that?
well, like I say, it's like a 4-block. It's a time thing. It's like an hour.
You got to run for an hour?
Well, you have to survive in there. You don't necessarily, like I got up to the wall, I saw the bulls come. I stood, and of course these little Mexican guys behind me, they're the big old fat Americans, get behind him, you know, I'm their cushion.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, they said, no te muevas, stop moving. So because the bulls, if they see you moving, you know, then
Yeah.
it's something that they'll,
Yeah.
and so I'm telling them, stop pushing me. They're getting behind them, and it kind of, oh my gosh, Paul. And then here they
And did the
come.
bulls
They're
go past
snorting.
you?
Huh?
The bulls went past
Yeah,
you?
they weren't running. They were just kind of like this, almost an evil looking. Their horns are sharp, looking like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And then some of the guys, which is probably not too cool, you know, they were the brave young men, and so they would get behind them, and pull their tail and stuff like that. And,
Wow.
And after a while, the bulls, you know, they were exhausted.
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
and their
yeah.
tongue was kind of hanging out. I kind of felt sorry for them.
Yeah.
And I felt more sorry for myself.
Anybody get hurt or stabbed or anything
Well,
like that?
I noticed just when it started, I looked over and they had some ambulances on the side there. You know, there got to be a reason for that. Oh, I'm going to see if I can find some pictures. I took some.
I'd like to see those pictures.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a hoot. And then one kid said, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm only 56." He said, "Oh my God, you're viejo." You're an old man.
Yeah.
Well, I said, "No."
Now, I heard that bulls are colorblind.
Yeah, I heard that.
That the red thing doesn't matter at all.
No, but it's the
It's
action,
movement.
the movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, like this. And then when I realized, you know, they go around the block, they're going to be coming around again. It's not just a straight shot and it's over. But man, that was a hoot. So anyway, I'm gonna. And they had a TV cruise out there, and he comes up and he says, "Do you speak Spanish?" I said, "Yeah, hablo español." Okay, then we did a little interview in Spanish, and I kind of wanted to see that, but I didn't know when it came out. or anything.
Right. So you were on TV too?
Yeah, covering they call it the San Miguelada, which is San Miguel is a short for San Miguel Allende, and like the Pamplona thing, except, and I think guys I saw somebody getting carried out, but man, those sharp, I mean, there's no cork on the end of those horns.
No tennis balls?
No.
Wow. You're a better man than me, bud.
Yeah.
Of course we knew that. Come on, man.
Guilty, Your Honor. I think you better stop there.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción, yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente. Con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando. Yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.